Okay, let me tell you, it's pretty obvious I'm not in India. It's pretty obvious it's the Mobile World Congress, therefore I'm in Barcelona, Spain, but there are many firsts we're doing. One, I'm doing my first ever show with an umbrella. Two, for the first time ever, it actually is a -3 right now. Three, for the first time ever, it snowed all night last night. And fourth, we don't have that iconic Barcelona MWC lettering in stainless steel right in the front. So multiple changes, but it's really what's going to happen inside that is going to be world first. Every single mobile phone company competing for either the most incredible mobile phone devices or the most incredible mobile technology. There's only one show that's going to bring it all to you. Me, a very frozen Rajiv Makhni, and a very warm Sugandha who's already run inside. She's wearing some kind of a cap or a hat. Some blue thing, I couldn't really make out what it was. So Sugandha, why aren't you outside opening the show with me? Why are you there warm and nice and snug all inside?
Rajiv, it was freezing outside and I just had to come right in, run inside and get into some warm clothes, wear a cap. You were right about that. But yes, I'm right here in Barcelona at the Mobile World Congress, and this is just one of the halls and it is massive. You can see there are so many people all around me, and I can't wait to start the show and tell you all that's happening at the Mobile World Congress 2018.
It's time now to explore the two headline makers of the Mobile World Congress. This is the Samsung S9 and the S9 Plus. I have both of them here. One color we've seen before, the blue. This is a brand new color, the lilac purple. And the big question really is that after a very, very successful launch of the S8 and the S8 Plus, what did Samsung do to take the legacy forward? Lots. Let me take you through. In terms of design, it's almost the same, but of course on the S9 Plus, now they have a dual camera, and on both phones they've dropped the fingerprint scanner down, a much better design. The Infinity screen still carries on, of course, completely in the same way. Of course, the IP68, the fact that it's almost near waterproof, dustproof, shockproof, and all of that carries on. But it's really what they've done with the camera that completely changes the equation. They said reimagining the camera, and they went way, way ahead. First, a 400 GB SD card can be input into this, so you can do any amount of shooting even in 4K and never run out. The second part that is a really incredible part, and photographers and professionals who know their cameras will know what an amazing thing that is. They dropped the aperture from f1.5, that's the lowest any camera phone has ever gone, 1.5 to a startling 2.4, which basically means that you can now shoot in the brightest of light or in the darkest of places, and you'll still get perfect shots. Then there's super slow motion, 960 frames per second. That's professional quality. The kind of things that you can do with a slow motion of that level, only your imagination is the only limitation. And then of course there's this very, very cool thing that they have, which is the emoji, the personalized emoji. I'm going to actually show you a demo. This is a really, really cool one. Watch this. So I take a picture of myself. I say I'm male, as you may have noticed. I say next. It's going to process the picture and give me an emoji that actually looks like me. It's almost done. That's me. What do you think? I can actually change it around. If you don't think that this is you, change the hair around. Maybe, is this closer to my hair? Well, for today, maybe not. Do you want to have specs? I can do that. I can change my clothes around and have a slightly cooler attire. Say okay, and then this personalized emoji moves on to become your representation. You can have animated emojis with voice, expressions, facial muscles, a GIF, an actual video. So multiple areas and scenarios that you can use. So the S9 and the S9 Plus, the headline making phones, let's take a closer look.
Smartphones can be deceptive too. Sometimes the change may not be visible to us, but as soon as we get to know the phone, we find that the true story lies in the details. That's the case with Samsung's new Galaxies. The big brand's new phones are subtle yet very effective. There are details, refinements in the Samsung S9 and the S9 Plus that make these phones stand out. We will start with the feature that was most focused on, the camera. Samsung brags of having the first dual aperture camera system on a smartphone, which essentially gives the phone the ability to improve low light performance. With the aperture variation from a wide f/1.5 to a narrow f/2.4, it can take great shots in any light. We can adjust the aperture in the Galaxy S9's camera app in Pro mode too. Big difference between the two siblings is that S9 Plus gets a dual lens system, whereas the S9 continues with a single lens. We are glad that these phones come with a headphone jack, a feature almost extinct on other high-end phones. The S9 and the S9 Plus are water and dust resistant. Samsung makes great displays. Like the S8, the S9 too comes with a 5.8-inch Quad HD AMOLED display with a tall 18:9 aspect ratio. The elder sibling too comes with 18:9 aspect ratio with a bigger 6.2-inch Quad HD AMOLED display. The S9 and the S9 Plus are robust phones. Both are powered by the latest Snapdragon 845. While the S9 comes with 4 GB RAM, the bigger model features 6 GB RAM on board. The S9 and S9 Plus come with Android 8 Oreo experience out of the box. Smartphone AI assistant Bixby is upgraded too, as now Bixby will be able to translate text it sees from the Galaxy S9's camera into the language of your choice with a feature called Bixby Vision. It will support up to 54 different languages at the launch. Bixby Vision will also recognize food through the Galaxy S9's camera and tell you how many calories it contains. The Samsung S9 and S9 Plus will be in stores from the 16th of March. Samsung may not have made radical changes to an already beautiful S8, but the company sure has got itself a true flagship that hasn't got anything wrong. We will review the S9 and the S9 Plus in detail once they launch in India.
You know how the technology industry works, right? As soon as you started hearing about 4G, they started showing 5G. I'm surprised out here that we're not seeing 6G. But now 5G, instead of being just something that was thrown around, is becoming a reality. And people are saying that the first phones will be out in 2019. And now I believe it. Now here's a very interesting thing. I'm here at Qualcomm and I'm going to take you through this. This was the reference design for a chipset, a system on an actual chip that would be for 5G. And this is what they showed. Most companies show it of this size. Remember, here's my hand. This is the size, just for reference. And the first reference design of an actual phone that they've shrunk this into this is right in here. This is a Qualcomm Snapdragon reference design for a 5G phone. And what all will they achieve with a 5G phone? Let's take a look.
At its large booth at the Mobile World Congress, Qualcomm wasn't just talking about 5G in the coming future. In fact, they concentrated on real-life usage of 5G. The company simulated non-standalone 5G new radio in Frankfurt and San Francisco. They show us how the bandwidth was increasing. Usual browsing, downloading and multimedia was far quicker, better than LTE alone. Even with the weak signals, there were substantial reductions in latency compared to existing LTE networks.
Obviously, you're going to start to see the 5G start to show up, right? A year and a half, you're going to really see it start to take off. And governors, for example, of a state in the U.S., for example, where they're going to be empowered. They have budgets, right? They have constituents. They're going to be able to leverage this technology to actually help those cities. Also, medical is going to impact it as well, impacted in a very positive way, mission critical, and automotive. So in that next year, I actually believe that you're going to start to see more crystallization of the applications that will really benefit or be enabled because of 5G.
That's not the only thing Qualcomm is working on. It plans to take on computing devices by making Snapdragon chipsets for Windows 10 laptops.
If you've got a very low-cost data package available, and now you couple that with a 4G-enabled laptop, for example, with Windows on Snapdragon, it's quite a powerful combination. You're always connected. You're always connected. Your apps can sit in the cloud. All your photos can sit in the cloud. All your movies can sit in the cloud. You can go anywhere, open it up, have access to them, and it'll run for a long time with fanless, low-power designs. It's not a mistake that we want to leverage that capability, right? You're coming from a different part of the spectrum, and when you can leverage that low power and the ability to have that modem technology, it's very powerful and enabling for the consumer.
Asus is one such technology giant on board with Qualcomm, Asus Novago, which is powered by Snapdragon.
And this product is we provide. Actually, when I talked to the Qualcomm, I said the 3 DNA. The first one, connectivity, so always connected. The second one is instant on, always on. Instant on means the standby is more than 30 days. Actually, if we want to experience the more than 30 days standby, you can see in the smartphone. But now, in the PC, you can enjoy that. And for the connectivity, we want to achieve like a gigabit LTE capable laptop. So this is the second. The third one, we want this device is very beautiful.
Qualcomm is dedicated to bring 5G as soon as possible to the world. They want 5G to be commercial, and we think they will manage this by the end of next year.
So normally at the MWC, that's not what we show you, right? We don't show you food, we show you devices and products. But there's a very specific reason why there's food, there are flowers, there are pets, there are buildings, there are cats. There's a lot of different stuff out here. That's because LG, the V30S Think, can actually think and know what you're photographing. Immediately when I go onto food, it'll move to the food part, adjust everything from aperture to the way the lighting is done. It'll go on to food mode and take the best food font shots you can get. Same thing, you do it with the flowers, or you do it with pets, or you do it with an actual person. The AI, the artificial intelligence in the camera and the phone are good enough to know what you're shooting. But that's not all. The phone actually has a lot of other very enhanced things, including the fact that, despite the fact that it has an absolute full screen, it's still a very thin and light phone. So how does the AI cam work? What are the other features in it? How does this one really come out in the LG portfolio? Let's find out.
Every year, the South Korean giant LG unveils their flagship phone from the G series at the Mobile World Congress. This year, LG downplayed a lot, but even then managed to make its presence felt at the show with the V30S Think. It's an updated version of the V30 with artificial intelligence built to the core. Aesthetically, it is the same as the V30 except for the new platinum grey and the new Moroccan blue facade. It also has the same 18:9 display, same 3300 mAh battery and the same Snapdragon 835 processor. The new upgrades include 6 GB of RAM and a storage choice between 128 GB or 256 GB. The key addition to the phone are the AI capabilities. The camera app now comes with Q-Lens. The Q-Lens feature is an image detection tool connected to the camera. Just point the camera to an object and it will scan for similar products and bring up results from Pinterest and Amazon, allowing you to directly purchase it from the e-commerce website. The other option is AI Cam, which uses machine learning to detect objects or people in the frame. We will hopefully see this phone soon in India.
Do you see the big smile on my face? Because every year when you come to the Mobile World Congress, there is one phone that absolutely sets the whole event on fire. And I'm holding it in my hand now. You must be thinking, what? It's just a normal phone, right? Absolutely not. This is the ZTE Axon M. Big name? It's also because it's got a very unique thing in it. Watch. This is pure magic. Yes, there's a second screen that I just opened. It's a 2-screen phone and it actually has multiple ways that you can actually use it. For instance, right now it's in tablet mode. If I want to play a YouTube video, look what I just did. And then I can actually go like this and I can have 2 parts to it, right? Then you go back here again and I can have a second one, which is one part of the screen I can play videos, other part I can do something else. So multifunctional, I can do various things on both sides and then I can mirror it, right? So now what happens is I open it and I'm giving a presentation to somebody. Whatever I do here is reflected on the other side. And the last part, of course, is just when I close it down again. So brilliant. I have to say this is the next big thing. So ZTE, get this to India, get it to India really soon. You have an absolute bestseller on your hands. Tell me, does this in any way remind you of Baywatch? No? Okay. How about now? Except that he's not going to be saving people from the sea or the waves or sharks. He's just here for crowd management. And right now the crowds are really swelling up. It's time to take a break. So now you're going to see something that you may not really be something for the faint-hearted, because I'm going to drill a phone. Now this phone has screen protection by my screen, and what I've been told is that I cannot drill through just the screen protection, not even a scratch. Well, we're about to find out. Put this in here. Remember, this is a phone with the screen protection on it. I'm putting moderate force right now, and now I'm really getting into it. Okay, I've not been able to make, nothing right now. And now for the ultimate torture test. What's the weight of this about?
400 grams.
This is 400 grams, and this is, what is the height of this? It's taller than me, so about 7 feet?
2 meters.
2 meters, okay, so that, yeah, taller than me for sure. I'm 183 centimeters. So we're going to put a phone down there, and I'm going to put this from up here, and the sound is going to be pretty deafening. So you can see the impact of that, but the phone is absolutely fine. And now we're here at Motorola. And now, not too much new in terms of phones out here with Motorola, but oh my lord, have they gone absolutely nuts on mods. Now, mods are modifications, or these little slices that you can actually put at the back of your phone. They just attach on their own. We've shown that to you before with the Z2 Force and all others. But now they've actually gone completely and absolutely ballistic. So, a sound boost, a projector, a 360-degree camera, which is with that gentleman right now, a sliding keyboard, a health mod, an Amazon Alexa speaker add-on, and of course we've already seen the ones that is the cameras that they have. So in all count, in fact I've lost count how many they really have. I'm going to take you through all of them very, very quickly, because it seems like Motorola is really betting on the fact that people want to buy one phone and then keep adding new features, which is a great way to go about it. But will people do it? Motorola seems to think absolutely they will.
We care for a modular phone. The add-ons it brings on the table cannot be compared to any other. Moto's modular phones have the X factor. We can add mods to them and they become literally super phones. At the Mobile World, we got our hands on some really special ones. We will start with the super portable Polaroid camera printer mod, which comes with a physical photo capture button, shoot pictures, and then print straight from the phone. You can even add filters, effects to your photo before you print. Moving on to the Moto smart speaker with Amazon Alexa. With dual speakers, you get clear stereo sound, and with Amazon Alexa built in, it's our smartest too. The 4 powerful microphones make sure Alexa listens to your commands. You can ask Alexa to pull up your to-do list, calendar, weather forecast, music controls, and do a lot more. And the last one we have is Vital Moto Mod that keeps your health in check. With this mode, accurately measure your own 5 key vital signs: your heart rate, respiratory rate, pulse oxygen, core body temperature, and for the first time, accurate systolic and diastolic blood pressure from your finger. This motor mod is the smart way to measure your health.
That pretty much is show one, but I thought I'll come out and just, people are now walking away now. Day one of the Mobile World Congress is done, but I have to tell you this. I showed you incredible stuff, right? Breathless stuff, right? Knock your socks off stuff, right? You haven't seen anything yet. We're just warming up. Quick preview of show 2.